Let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Ryan Lewis, and he writes, "Hey Alex, so in the midst of all this DC news, it seems like Ruby Rose is leaving Batwoman. It's being reported that both the studio and Ruby Rose peacefully agreed to this decision, but do you think they should cancel the season instead of recasting her character?" Well, thank you for your question, Ryan. I'm just going to sum this up really quickly with that situation because I don't know. I mean, I really don't know exactly what happened, so I don't want to like play amongst the TMZ stuff that's being reported. But what we know is that Ruby Rose played Batwoman. They're saying that both her and the studio amicably decided that this was the best decision for her to leave. I'm also reading reports from like Deadline and Variety that she didn't really like being on the set. She got severely injured on the set, and also like she wasn't used to I guess the whole notion of playing on a TV set versus being on a movie set. I know from personal experience, when you're shooting a movie, you only need your actors for the scenes that they're in. When you're a lead in a TV show, you're there every day for at least 12 or 15 hours a day or more. I know when what Stephen Amell said about when he was doing Arrow, he was on set almost every day, even when he didn't have scenes that he was in. Only because he's the lead character. And when you're playing a lead character, especially a superhero character, it requires you to be there for hours upon hours upon hours. And the reports are saying that she didn't really gel well with that being a requirement of her being a superhero. Now, to answer the question, do I think they should recast her character or cancel the season? In Ruby's Rose defense, I feel like she kind of got thrown into this. She got cast into this from a crossover in the Elseworlds crossover. They gave her a season. In the midst of her season, she was in Crisis on Infinite Earth, and towards the end of her season, she had this big battle at the last episode of her season. So she's been on the go ever since she been casted. I was not necessarily a huge fan of the show. I've seen a few episodes of it. I definitely enjoyed her character in both of the crossovers. However, since the fans already know who she is, I think it's kind of hard to just recast the character and tell everybody, "Hey, this is Batwoman. This has been her the whole time." I mean, I think that's very convoluted, and I've never seen that on TV. I've seen where side characters were recast, but never a lead character where they are the main role, like the main role, especially a main superhero role. Like prime example, but the only example that I can think of that has happened, like in the movies, where the Batman character, Batman had been recast like in multiple movies after I forget the actor.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
After Michael Keaton played him, Val Kilmer played him, and then George Clooney played him.
exactly. After Michael Keaton, but they kept the same actor who played Alfred.
They did.
So in a way, they were all connected, and people didn't have a problem with that. So I mean, I don't know. I think in my opinion, I think they should definitely cancel the season and just keep her around as a secondary character. Maybe move her to Legends of Tomorrow. I will say this before I pass it down. I never believed her for her being the protector of Gotham. I'm sorry, I never believed that. Only reason why I never believed that because they're setting it up as Bruce Wayne disappeared, Batman's gone. But if that were truly the case, Nightwing or Robin would have taken over Gotham. That's so when they introduced her as Batwoman leading the charge, I didn't agree with that. I didn't because it didn't even the villains that she fights in the show are not really real. They're not menacing compared to a Green Arrow. But I feel like I've gone too long on this. Jeremy, what do you think about this news of Ruby Rose being recasted and her just leaving this Ted Pool show of a superhero?
Man, that I can't really speak to the quality of the show. I can just very peripherally speak to the kind of, the hype around it. It seemed like that poor girl got stuck with the raw end of the deal regardless. Like, people wanted representation. They hired Ruby Rose, and then she wasn't quite the representation that they wanted. She got bullied by the alt right incels. She got bullied by the woke SJWs. Everybody unanimously decided F Ruby Rose. So I guess the best that I can do, because I can't offer a lot of insight, is to bid her a farewell. So I'm gonna do this, and I don't want either of you guys to react, to interrupt. I've got to get through this. And this, Ruby Rose, if you're listening, this is to you. Every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. That's all I got.
Okay.
Manager right now, sir.
Okay. Before I pass it to Ian, just gonna let you guys know Jeremy's officially fired. Ian, what do you think about this update of Ruby Rose? I'm kidding, guys. Jeremy's not fired, but
I don't know if I could top that. Oh my god.
what do you think about this news?
Well, you're absolutely right. Every rose does have its thorn. This one, it wasn't a thorn for everybody. I personally never watched the show. I found her okay, I guess, but like when it comes to those DC television shows, I'm always glued to the Flash, and I'm always glued to Black Lightning. I tried the Legends of Tomorrow. It wasn't for me either. But those are my bread and butter, those two right there. I do like when they do the crossover episodes. So the little that I did see her, I was like, she's okay. I'm not really gonna watch the show. That being said, this is an easy fix for the television show. I think that the brilliant writers of the television show, which should be helping the movie world, by the way, they have they have made these multi-universes, like beyond so many of them. So you can always just say, oh, well, we're done with her. She went back to her universe. This is the Batwoman from this universe. And, that they did that with Batman, and there's other, they did it with the Flash. There's other characters or other actors or other representations of these characters. So it's really not as hard as people are saying it could be. You can cast an Asian Batgirl for all it doesn't even matter, because they've written it so well that they could do whatever they want. They are not boxed into any type of script thing that they have to deal with. One thing though, I will say, the bullying does need to stop, seriously, on both sides. Like the crazy woke people and the incels. Like, seriously, you would think these people are not even fans of comics, because the way they talk is like, comics are the most diverse, woke things you could read, especially X-Men, especially anything that has anything to do with representation. Like, it's you would think it wouldn't be up their alley, but these people are just angry and looking for something to be upset about. That, so they attack a beautiful young lady that's done nothing to her but just do her job. So if it's not for you, like me, I am not going to go to sleep at night thinking, oh, she ruined my childhood. I have to write a letter. I have to go at this person personally. Fuck you. Go get a life.
Yeah, and I agree. And what they're referring to when she got cast, like, people were coming at her saying that she wasn't gay enough and all this other stuff, and I was just like, people, listen, the trolls out there are idiots. There are people who have made videos about that. People that I'm not going to say who, but people that we know in the space have literally said that she was just terrible and didn't fit. Like, listen, you can have your opinion about a show, but to attack someone for who they are or who they're trying to portray in a show is actually so stupid and so asinine, and just that level of disrespect is just so dumb. So I definitely agree with my panelists here. But thank you guys again for that question. If you, what do you guys think? Do you think that she definitely should have been recasted, or they should cancel the show? How do you guys feel about her leaving this show after having a successful season? Jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. And guys.